Southeastern group, we have three core challenges, grievances. And the first one is the nature of marginalization meted to the Igbos or the people of the Southeastern extraction. And we've identified three areas in that marginalization. The first being the political marginalization. Up till tomorrow, perhaps because of the Civil War, the Igbos are still being seen as second-class citizens in their own country, because it would appear that there's a limit and there's a ceiling to which you can go as an Igbo man politically in this country. And we do not think that is the best way to which a country should be built or should be run. The second aspect is the economic aspect. And of course, it goes through economic policies. It would appear that a similarly targeted economic policies against the enterprising people of the Southeast. If you go to any part of this country, I do not think that any part of this country you go to that you will not see an Igbo man trading, doing business, living with people of the local areas. There's no part of this country that you will not see an Igbo man that is trading, that is supplying one thing, and that is providing solution within that part of the country. Yet, and of course, the third item under the marginalization we identified is the lack of inclusion through the non-implementation of the extant federal character law.
My name is Margaret Pajok from Plateau State. I saw corpses. I followed the procession. Corpses, children, pregnant women, butchered. You saw the images. You all did. I'm sure you all did. If you did not, I don't know. I don't know how well I can paint this to you. The greatest problem in the Middle Belt we have now is insecurity, and it's a systematic grabbing of lands by organized militia. We know, we see it, but there is a denial, a conspiracy against what is actually happening. We talk about these things, and it's like no one is hearing. We spoke about unemployment, we spoke about untapped mineral resources in the Middle Belt, but all of these, we will crown it up with the organized murder, massacre of the Middle Belt people.
I'm here speaking the voice of the youth. That the number one of grief and pain faced by average Nigerian youth is the reoccurrence of a government that does not have us at heart. And that can be seen manifested in policy making, leadership, roles, assignment, negligence to the wills and needs, cries of the youth. To further buttress our point, we have policy making. Most policies don't favor the activities of youth in the nation that includes both educational policies. Today, our institutions are in a sorry state. I'm sorry to say this, that our institution today is in a sorry state. Should we speak of ASU or ASUP? I'm sure you know the rest. Business policy and lots more. I think it's time we have a Minister of Youth and Sports who is under 30. Unemployment, one-sided employment, and recruitment. Considering how long it takes a Nigerian youth student to graduate from the university today due to the incessant strike, for instance, you take 10 years to study a 4-year course. After your graduation as a Nigerian youth, you attend an interview. One of the qualifications is that you must have 10 years experience. Wow. How will you start? 10 years experience. Now, it's high time, and for you to get a job in Nigeria, you must know somebody. Now, it is time. We want to see a Nigeria where a son of nobody, who knows nobody, will get a job in this country without knowing anybody. Most of the victims' security challenges Most of the victims of the ripple effect of insecurity in the nations are youth of both genders. And it seems each time an outcry is being made, deaf ears are being saved to that, to the youth. Fundamental rights protections and observation. A very practical example of this is the saga between the youth and the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, known as SAS. As a lot of youth has their rights violated and abused, and some of it even cost them their lives. That is the height of it, and I believe a good population of the youth have this grief, and simultaneously the fear running in their heart and mind.
First of all, I want to thank the organizer of this summit for giving us all the opportunity to come here and air our views. It's not easy. Like they say, we're about to make history. Or rather, we're already making the history. Since before the independence, we women have suffered a lot of grievances. That was what led to the colonial era Aba women riots that happened, that made women went all out violently to make themselves be heard by the colonial administration. First of all, I want to start from one of the grievances women suffer a lot is culture. Our culture does not give women, culture, tradition, and religious belief does not give women the chance and the opportunity to air their views. And this culture, the men are the custodians. And men are trying everything possible to suppress the women in every way. They don't want to even help in adjusting the culture or even the religion. Cultures are made by men, by humans. Religions, the traditions, it's still by humans. So if they can adjust it, women will not have these grievances that we are having. In that case, men in Nigeria see women as, okay, we are supposed to be at home. Let me quote our president. Women are made for the other room. They keep women at home, which they feel that that's where we belong. Another grievance we are suffering is child-girl marriage. Child-girl marriage has gone a lot. It has eaten too deep in our society. We also have grievances of female genital mutilation.
I am Declan Desmond Didakus. We are writing or we are rewriting history already. Therefore, there is no doubt we shall achieve our goal by God's grace. Christians in Nigeria experience one, marginalization in terms of employment, placement, as well as promotion. Unless you have the connection or know somebody who knew somebody, it's very difficult for you to get what you deserve. Stigmatization. The people called Christian are stigmatized, not only in the north, but when we go to the east, we are called Almajiri, Aboki, and Malam. In the north, we are called Arna, and some people call us Kafirai, infidel. But then, we are still Nigerians. The Christians are also seen as second-class citizens. Denominational differences, which happen within the Christian dome. Christians marginalize themselves. Whether you are Pentecostal, this one, are Protestant, this one, this has been another issue that has been making the Christians to remain where we are.
Brief. Actually, I stand here to express our grievances as Muslims for the negative perception labeled against our religion. First and foremost, we are Muslim and we practice Islam as a religion. If you to ask us, what is Islam? Islam basically means peace. The translation of Islam is peace. That's why whenever a Muslim met a fellow Muslim, the first thing he says is, Assalamu alaikum. That is, peace be upon you. We always preach peace. But as time goes on, there are some intruders that deviate from the teachings of this noble religion. And hence, we are looked upon as something else, most especially here in Nigeria. I want us to all know that Islam as a religion preaches peace and nothing but peace. The other misconception is on jihad. Others call it the Islamization agenda. Whatever happens here in Nigeria, if it is by the Muslim or someone from the north, they tag it as an Islamization agenda, of which this thing is nothing but a mirage and myth. In the north, there are thousands of churches all over scattered, compared to in the south, where you hardly find mosque in an entire local government. Yet, these people are living peacefully without someone tampering with their life. When the Igbo person here was speaking, he said, there is no village you will go in the entire nation where you will not find an Igbo person with a shop. And no one has ever asked him to relocate. This is to tell you how peaceful we are. The actions of 2 to 3% of the Muslims cannot be generalized on others. Imagine if all the Muslims here are insurgent, bandits, or Boko Haram. Do you think this reconciliation meeting will hold? It won't. That's the question. That's the answer. Okay. So now I want to quote an ayah which says, it is in Surah Al-Kafirun. It says, "Lakum dinukum waliyadin." Do your own religion and let me do mine. Also, another ayah in Surah Al-Baqarah says, La ikraha fid din qad tabayyana ar-rushd min al-ghayy. There is no compulsion in religion. No one should force any other person to join Islam. If you are doing that, you are not doing it in the cause of Islam. Thank you very much.